All right. This is part 2 of the installation of upholstery on the rear seat of a 1967 fastback Mustang. Just a little bit of review from last one. First of all, with the frame, what we're going to do is you're going to take off all the old upholstery. You're going to have it sandblasted. If you don't have that, maybe you got a buffer that can do it, or you just may have to go to the hardware store and get some sandpaper. Try to get all the old rust and all paint and everything off of it. Primer it and then paint it black. Let it sit and then maybe hit it again with some more paint. Make it look good so it'll last a long time. Before that, I installed the foam on this side and on the back. I'll have to show you that. This piece right here running across. And I just got done with putting this foam on this side, which would be the right hand side. Now again, I used the hog rings on there to hold them in place. I'll just come up with a little bit of a, that shows one of them. Holds it in place. Remember, there's listing rods that run across the foam itself. And you try to get them hooked in there as best you can. I told you in the last video I was going to try to show you how to install the hog nose on there, but I needed 2 hands to do it, and unfortunately I don't have 3 hands to hold the camera and then put the hog ring in, so I'm sure you'll figure it out for yourself. So we got all 3 of them on there. Now another important thing that I want you to remember is you could still take these rings out of there after you get the upholstery on. You don't have to leave them in there. This just keeps the foam in place, so when you install the upholstery it'll make things a lot easier for you. I'm going to flip it over now. Actually, I'm just going to hold it up in the air and you can see all the foam staying in place. I'm sitting there shaking it and staying in place. So we get it all attached, and I think we're ready for the final piece of foam, which goes down the middle. Get this straightened out. This part right here, a piece of foam they send in the kit isn't anything like the other 3 parts. This one is going to require some of the burlap that goes on there. That's going to protect the foam itself and keep it from going through these spaces in between the springs. I'm going to move around this way. Now this is the piece of foam that they give you for the middle part. You're going to have to tuck it in there between the 2 pieces of foam. And I'm fairly certain you're going to have to get out a pair of scissors and start cutting on a little bit, because it is a lot bigger than the space that's provided on the rear seat itself. And just get a piece of it. This is the burlap. You're going to have to cut a piece out and then set it on the seat itself right here. Now, I've been thinking about using some just plastic zip strips or zip tabs to hold in place and that way it'll be a lot easier to use the hog rings on them after you get it in place. I'm going to shut the video off now. Hope that helped you out a little bit. Then when I come back on part 3, I'll try to help you out, or even help myself out, on trying to install this piece right here onto that frame itself. Okay, so we'll stop right there and we'll come back with part 3 soon.